broker in charge of the Palmetto Success Team, and author of Success in Real Estate. If you're interested in buying or selling a home, investing in real estate, or becoming a real estate agent, you'll enjoy the Success in Real Estate Show on FM News and Talk 100.1 WVOC. Now, here's Frankie Griffin.
All right. Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Success in Real Estate. I'm Frankie Griffin, broker in charge and real estate educator right here in South Carolina. Thank you so much for being with us. Got a great show lined up today. I got my very good friend Andy Aun with Aun and McKay Law Firm is in studio. How you doing, Mr. Andy?
I'm doing great, Frankie. How you doing, Bubba?
Oh, this is going to be such a fine day. And every time Andy's on, and thank him, and I do appreciate that sincerely, because we have so many listeners that have so many issues, legal type questions, and they call a lot of times even when you're not here. So I have to say, well, you're going to have to call Andy Aun about that. So
we get some great questions on the air on this show. It's wonderful. So I enjoy being here. Thank you for having me.
Well, looking forward to this show. And if you have any kind of legal issues or questions for Andy Aun, the number to call is 978-9862. Again, 978-9862. We can certainly get your questions answered. But I would like to talk about a couple classes real quick we've got coming up at the Real Estate School. That's the Real Estate School for Success. We've actually got a property management class that's going to be starting on Monday, and if that's something you're interested in, I think we've got 2 seats. I looked at that before we left.
Let me tell you, if it's something folks are not interested in, they need to get interested in it, okay? Because it is becoming more and more a part of the real estate industry out there. I see more and more real estate companies, carving out that component in their business, and it's wonderful. So.
Well, you're absolutely right. I couldn't agree anymore. And we've got, I think there's like 2 seats left.
Wow.
So we will be booked.
That's great, Frank.
After the next 2. So you don't want to linger around. Go to our website, and I'll put that out in just a minute. But a couple other classes we've got going on. I've been talking for the last few weeks about some of these designation classes and for realtors. And these are really taking off. I am so excited, so proud of this. We've actually got the ABR, which is the Accredited Buyer's Representative class. It's actually going to be starting on Monday also. It's a 2-day class, and obviously stands for Accredited Buyer Representative. This will help you grow your buyer business. I was looking over it over the last couple days, the material again, and it's just so impressive, the new improved ABR course. It is really awesome. In fact, over the last 5 years, those that have this designation have made 55% more than agents that do not have the designation each year over the last 5 years. So I think that's pretty awesome. We also have a BPO certification class, which is that broker price opinion class, scheduled for the 28th, but I just got to tell you, it's already full. So we had to go ahead and cut that one off. It's a really big one. And then the other one I've been getting a lot of requests on is the short sales certification. That is also an awesome class. I can go ahead and tell you we are going to have that class. We've got it scheduled right now for May the 17th. It's not even on our website yet, but it will be there by Monday. But for those of you that have been calling me and asking me, when are we doing the short sales? When are we doing the short sales? Well, it's going to be May 17th, and looking forward to that class. It's going to be a great time. All these classes are really good, but the nice part about it is like the BPOs, the short sales, these are 1-day classes and really good information, the kind of stuff that we really need in our business, but they also come with 6 hours of continuing education. So that's another plus. You're looking at an $85 class, good information, and your CE. So I don't think you can beat that. But anyway, Andy, let's go ahead and go to our phone lines because we actually have, let's see who we got. We got Sandra on the line. How you doing, Sandra?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Oh, such a fine day today. A little damp, though.
That's okay. We need the rain for spring.
That's right. How you doing, Sandra?
I'm doing good. Doing good.
What can we do for you?
Okay. My husband and I had about 8 duplexes for about 15 years. We retired and sold them. We sold all of them to the same couple, except for one, and that one we took the note mortgage back on. They got financing for the other 7, and we took the note mortgage at a little over 6% 5 years ago, and it was supposed to balloon this September and be paid in full. She got behind in her payments once before and made up for it, so I was trying to work with her. Anyway, she got behind. She sent me a payment in January that was for October, so she still owes 4 months. I was getting ready to call her to let her know that we either need to foreclose or do something because, I couldn't go on any longer like this. Either that or give me my property back. Then I get a letter from her before I had a chance to even talk to her that they have filed for bankruptcy. Where does this leave me and my note and mortgage?
Well, it puts you in kind of a bind. I'd like to probably, Sandra, take a look at your note and mortgage. Okay. And it also depends to some extent on the type of bankruptcy structure she's working through.
Right.
But typically, and I say typically because these are all very fact sensitive, typically a legal action to collect the debt, which is what a foreclosure is going to be stayed until such time as the bankruptcy is discharged or until such time as the bankruptcy court or trustee allows for the action to proceed. So, what I will tell you is these are kind of fact specific and fact sensitive. So it's difficult for me without having had an opportunity to look at your note and mortgage and look at even whether or not the proper notices have been sent to this lady. And it may be that there's a way to skin the cat in a different way that we could put a solution together, you and I putting our heads together to try to get you some recourse here. So I'd be happy to talk with you if you'd like to give me a call next week.
I will.
My phone number is 744-0824. I will tell you that I'm in depositions all day Monday, so you may not be able to reach me, but
okay.
On Monday. But give me a call, and I'd be happy to set up a time with you and talk with you. I appreciate your call, but there's just an awful lot of, and I hate to put you off like that, but there's just an awful lot of facts and things that I'd probably want to be a little more acquainted with before I gave you an opinion over the radio here, okay?
Right. Hey, I appreciate that, and I'll definitely give you a call next week.
No problem. I appreciate your call. Thank you.
Sandra,
okay, thank you.
Sandra, let me ask you this. I'm just curious, and maybe this doesn't even matter because Andy's the man, but who's got title to the property right now? Did you convey title, or do you still have it?
No, I wouldn't have it if I sold it to them.
Oh, okay.
All I did
she had
was
a
take
note
the
mortgage on it, yeah.
back.
Yeah, she had a note
and I'm the
mortgage on it.
bank right now.
Yeah.
You are the bank.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how you liking it?
Well, it was great.
It was great.
Until this lady decided she's going to file bankruptcy.
Yeah. That's frustrating. Well, God bless you.
Give me my property back.
Exactly.
And do whatever you want to do
exactly.
with the rest of it.
All right, sweetie. Yeah, you call Andy. He'll help you out with that.
Because I wanted to know who would get the rent. I guess she would still get the rent. The places are rented.
Well, that's something we probably need to look at. I mean, typically on an investment property, there's usually a document called an assignment of rents that's part of your note and mortgage. I don't know if you prepared a note and mortage or did some online something.
Through an attorney.
If you went through an attorney and it was a commercial deal, hopefully, there was an assignment of rents prepared as well, but, there may not have been. So
yeah. Okay, I'll make an appointment and bring the whole case.
That'd be fine. I look forward to seeing you. Thank you.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you,
Sandra. Well, I love it.
Start early, Obie.
Love it when Andy's on the show.
Love it when they give me the law school questions right at the beginning. So,
well, again, if you have any questions for Andy, give us a call. The number is 978-9862.
Yeah.
Again, 978-9862. We do need to go ahead and get that first break out of the way. Andy's been talking a good bit already this morning. But hang in there. Give us a call if you need to. You've been listening to Success in Real Estate. I'm Frankie Griffin on FM News and Talk 100.1 WVOC. All right, welcome back to Success in Real Estate. I'm Frankie Griffin, real estate broker in charge and educator, real estate educator, that is, here in South Carolina. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. As always, I know it's going to be a great show. Anytime we have Andy on, we certainly have plenty of questions to answer and looking forward to it. But before we get back into what Andy's going to talk about today, I would like to mention to you, because we're right on the verge, or so they say, of the weather heating up. I think they tried to trick us a little bit last month or in the last couple of days, but now things seem to be cooling off again. But you need to get that heating and air unit checked out. Just make sure it's running properly. You want to make sure that it's energy efficient and your air is not, maybe you're not heating or cooling underneath the house. Those have been some common issues lately. The guy to call if you're having any kind of heating and air issues is Tim Mosley. He owns Carolina Conditions. He also owns Duct Z. If you need your duct work cleaned out, he can help you with that. But highly recommend you talk to Tim Mosley. He does such a good job, awesome job with Carolina Conditions. His number is 233-7172. Again, 233-7172. And Andy, let's go ahead and go straight back to our phone lines. Where first up, we got Erica. How you doing, Erica?
I'm doing well, and yourself?
Oh, such a fine day.
Hey,
today.
Erica.
Hi, Andy. How are you?
2 days in a row, I get to talk to you. I feel
It's
blessed.
It's your lucky day.
How are you?
I'm doing well, and yourself? Did you get everything finished up yesterday?
Oh boy, that was my fifth Monday. My fifth
know.
Monday of the week yesterday. I'm telling you, I'm glad.
And everybody needs to know that nobody works harder than Andy Aun.
I hear you.
Office.
The check must have cleared, huh?
Oh, man. Well, I know you've been in Sumter, I think, last couple of days. You've been busy, too, I guess.
Oh, yes. Very, very busy. I mean, it's really good. You know, it's so encouraging just to see where the market has been this past winter. And even into April, I mean, my numbers for April for prospective closings are even higher than they were for last August.
That's awesome.
So, it's really picking up, and it's been wonderful. And you do a great job, Erica. We appreciate everything you do for our clients.
Oh, you too. I try to send you everybody.
Well, I appreciate that, darling. Thank you.
Well, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you go. It's your show.
Oh, yes. I forgot about that. But, no, it's, well, every time I see you, you know what I'm going to ask you. Have the rates have they stopped going up? I know they were inching up, but how are they now?
We're typically finding that the government rates are pretty much staying consistently the same. There may be slight changes. It's conventional rates that are kind of ping-ponging every day. It's very unpredictable. But government rates are low. Rates are still low. We're still under 4. I can't encourage anybody enough to take a look at what they're doing, if they need to refinance, if they want to move into a bigger house or a smaller house. This is the time to do it. Rates are still low. I can't foresee, what the future is going to hold, but typically they always start to pick up towards summer, but we're seeing them pretty consistent. We're mid-3s.
Well, that's awesome, and I got to tell you, if you're thinking about buying a house, you owe it to yourself to at least talk to Erica. Look at the program she's got, and one thing that I think is just absolutely incredible. Once I get you a contract, Erica, how soon can you have me ready to close?
Quickly, 7 days.
7 days.
Yeah, and we're moving really, really fast right now. I think I went to Aiken last Saturday to meet with a client, and the appraisal's already done. It's supposed to be back on Monday, and we're going to be done.
That's super. That's super stuff.
That is
wonderful.
That's awesome. Well, how can we get in touch with you, my dear?
You can reach me on my cell phone at 803-528-5019. You can email me at erica.west@movementmortgage.com. Or you can go on Frankie Griffin's Real Estate School for Success website and find all my information there.
Absolutely. Well, sweetie, I thank you for that.
Erica, good hearing from you, honey.
You too. You guys stay warm.
Take care.
All right. And have a great day. Well, again, Erica West, she's a mortgage consultant with Movement Mortgage. She does an awesome job. You'll see her on our website along with Andy Aun. If you need to capture their information, just go to realestateschoolforsuccess.com, click on the radio page, and you'll see all our real estate partners will be right there. Well, Andy, we're going back to our phone lines where we've got Rebecca on the line. How you doing, Rebecca?
Doing good. How are you guys?
Hey, Rebecca. How you doing, honey?
Good. Hey, Andy.
You sound like you are busy in Shandon nowadays.
Shandon, Rosewood, heck, from Lake Wateree to Lake Murray.
She's all over the place. Rebecca is with Compass Realty, Frankie, and Rebecca has been a good friend and client of mine for the last few years, and we've been doing more and more business together. I sent a builder that I represent, John Nestor with Arts and Craftsman Building, to her on a listing that he has in Shandon, and we're actually hosting the seminar that we're having this next week, next Thursday, that we'll be talking about today. We're actually hosting that seminar at that home. And Rebecca, that's a beautiful home. Tell us a little bit about that home and some of the stuff you got going on.
Man, it's a fantastic home. It's brand new. It's custom built by Arts and Craftsman Construction, in the heart of Shandon. It's just under 3,000 square feet, 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath. It has many, many upgrades. It's a hard find. In Shandon, it's new construction, so we have the new electrical, the new plumbing. It's completely insulated, so it's kind of hard to find that in Shandon. It's totally unlike most of the homes that you'd find in Shandon. I mean, right. No foundation issues.
And same price range. It's unbelievable.
It's expensive to have that stuff done. Once you purchase, people don't realize how expensive it is. But and John with Arts and Craftsman Construction did a great job on this house. We still have a few odds and ends to finish up that should be done, within the next week. The backyard landscaping and
How many bedrooms and baths and all that?
It has 4 bedrooms and 3.5 bath, and it has also an office downstairs. We have a screened-in porch that also walks out onto a deck. It has the 8-foot privacy fence. So
you should see the kitchen area, because we had an event last year, and at this home as well, and it while it was under construction, and it was unbelievable. The island is, that's the place where when you have gatherings, you're gonna gather in that kitchen. Isn't that right, Rebecca?
Oh yeah, it's great. I love it. If it weren't so big, I'd be there.
Well, I know you're going to have I'm sure a lot of real estate agents there next Thursday, or March 28th, I think, is when this is scheduled.
Right. That's right. Yep, we're looking forward to it. Rebecca, how can folks reach you if they're interested in taking a look at the house? I know you've had a lot of traffic in that house.
Had tons of traffic. It's getting close to being done, so they're in and out. They can reach me, Rebecca Nelson, 803-269-7888. They can also go to our website, www.compassrealty.com.
And Frankie's going to have, I think, a flyer on his website, and that's got your phone number on there as well.
Absolutely.
So we appreciate you, Rebecca, as always. Appreciate the friendship, appreciate the relationship, and look forward to seeing you this Thursday, honey, okay?
Looking forward to it. Y'all have a great day.
Thank you, Rebecca. Yeah, and in fact, the flyer's already on our website. In fact, we talked about this seminar a little bit last week. So the flyer's already there. The only thing you require or ask is your RSVP.
Yeah, I asked that you RSVP so we know how many chicken wings to get, how many bottles of wine, and how much beer I need to bring. That's basically it. Frankie, I want to take a minute and just say that I got my co-host here with me today, AJ Aun extraordinaire, the awesome AJ Aun, and we want to say we're going to a paintball birthday party right after this, and a good friend of ours, Mason Bell, Michael and Carrie Bell's son, is turning how old, AJ? Is he turning 10? 10 years old. So we want to say, come here, AJ. Let's wish Mason a happy birthday. Big Mason, happy birthday, buddy. All right.
Well, that makes it official right there.
That's right.
Are you going to be in the paint in the?
I don't know if they got anything that'll fit me. So unless they've got something from Columbia Tent and Awning or something like that, I don't know if they got anything that'll fit me. But we're going to get out there and have a good time with them. But yeah, this seminar next week is really an important seminar, Frankie, on one of the biggest areas of liability for real estate agents and real estate professionals in general is home inspection and the home inspection process. And so we're excited about this because this is really the first time in a while that we've done a tutor and tour, an evening event where we've dealt specifically with this issue. We've done some lunch and learns. We've done a lot of sales meetings on it. I've done some corporate training with Russell and Jeffcoat and Wilder relating to this issue. But and exit at Jay's office, but we haven't done a tutor and tour open to the general real estate community in a while on this issue, and it's something that continues to create problems because you got a lot of home inspectors out there that just aren't doing it the right way. And when things go badly, the new homeowner points to the agent. Mm-hmm. Why'd you make this recommendation? Why weren't you there? Why didn't you find this issue? Why didn't you know about this problem? So these are issues that are so important. And I've gotten a reputation, good, bad, or ugly, for suing home inspection companies, in the past. And so, from my standpoint, I bring a different perspective to it than maybe exclusively a real estate lawyer, because, as you know, probably 70% of my practice has nothing to do with real estate. It has to do with trial work, and I do mostly plaintiff's trial work. But then there is that other portion of my practice. It's real estate related, and that also involves commercial litigation, which is part of what is encompassed with the home inspection type litigation. Absolutely.
In fact, I'm glad you said that, because and I know that's the main reason so many agents go to you. Because there's a difference. I would think, I'm not an attorney, so I probably don't know what I'm about to talk about, but I would think there's a big difference in giving advice. If all you do is pretty much sit behind a closing table closing loans all day, versus actually.
That's what I felt like I did yesterday.
versus actually in a courtroom.
Yeah.
That's a big difference.
Listen, there are a lot of good lawyers out there, a lot of good real estate lawyers who, in my opinion, are capable of giving good advice on these issues. But I think when you're looking at managing the risk of a real estate professional and understanding what's going to be done in a court of law with that real estate professional and under cross-examination, you need somebody who's got a little dirt on their cleats and has had some experience with that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, that's really what real estate agents are concerned about when they're going to these various classes dealing with the risk and liabilities. They want to understand how to navigate around those or how to manage the risk. We're never going to be able to do away with the risk. Okay, it's part of the business. You showed me this thing. I couldn't believe this. Agent dragged into fair housing lawsuit over listing he didn't represent, and that's probably something you're going to talk about today. But it's amazing to me. The real estate industry has become the new target. It has, because when all the mess hit in 2006 and everybody's 401k became a non-01k and everybody had problems because of the real estate industry bundling up these loans and selling them to Wall Street, and we came on the basically the cliff that we were getting ready to fall off of, and we pulled ourselves off of it. Everybody blamed the real estate industry. So there's an awful lot of blame out there that folks want to point to the real estate industry. And so we've got to be sensitive to that. We got to understand that we got to do it the right way. When we do it the right way, most times it's going to mitigate the litigation that we'd be affected with.
Well, Andy, we need to go ahead and take our bottom of the hour break. I know we got a couple phone callers on the line. I ask you to please hold tight. We certainly want to talk to you, but we need to get this break out of the way. You're listening to Success in Real Estate. I'm Frankie Griffin on FM News and Talk 100.1 WVOC. All right, welcome back to Success in Real Estate. I'm Frankie Griffin, broker in charge and real estate educator here in South Carolina. Thank you so much for joining us today. I do want to tell you we've got, as always, Jerry Bilton's in studio doing our video. He's actually videoing the show. So for those of you that would like to watch the show, we're going to have those on our website now, where you can.
I need him to do some Photoshop before he does that on me. Add a little hair and
do a little editing.
Get rid of the jowls.
No, he does such a great job with that, but I'm going to tell you what he does really a superb job, and that's photography. He specializes in real estate photography. He doesn't do all the other, like family photos and stuff like that. His specialty is shooting real estate. He does a really good job. Pictures are what you need to sell a house today. You're going to have it if you're going to sell them, because 90% of buyers are looking for homes today online when they begin, and if the pictures don't look good, then you've lost a very good shot at actually attracting a buyer. But go to Jerry's website. It's Jerry, I didn't write it down. What's the website?
imagesbyeagle.com.
Yes. I'm sorry, imagesbyeagle.com. Again, www.imagesbyeagle.com. You can see all the work he's done. Does a great job. And if you want to call him, his number is 331-937-3700. 331-9035. Again, 331-9035. All right, well, let's go straight to our phone lines, where first we've got John. How you doing, John?
Doing well. How about you?
Oh,
Big John. Hey, man. How you doing, pal?
I'm doing well. Just trying to get that house in Shannon.
I hear you. Frankie, this is John Nestor, and he is our builder on that beautiful home in Shandon. Was one of my first clients. Surprisingly, he has remained a client over the years. I specialize in losing clients quickly, but he happens to be one of the ones that stuck with me. But John, how you doing? How's that house coming?
It's coming really well. We're putting in the last of the bamboo flooring, and we're putting in a closet kit that'll knock your socks off. In fact, I had to keep the electricians from wiring it up like a bedroom because the closet's so big. They couldn't believe that it was actually a closet.
Big closet in Shandon. Boy, that's like a snowball in Florida, Wow, that's
exactly.
wonderful. That's great. Well, that's super. Well, John, what's going on with your business right now? And tell the listening audience a little bit about what you're doing and what kind of stuff you do.
Sure. Well, I'm a full-service residential builder, which means from the ground up, but we also do a lot of renovations. And until recently, the higher-end market, which is where I had been specializing, had been kind of challenging because of the qualifications to get jumbo loans. That has seemed to have eased up here lately, and we're seeing a lot more activity. But there's been a lot of people looking for renovation help with their existing homes, and we've been really, about as busy as we can handle here the last couple of weeks.
That's wonderful.
Taking new customers.
Well, that's great. Well, I tell you, John used to be in the real estate industry full time, and was in the investment market, and found himself doing more and more renovating and construction with the investment properties that he got involved in very successfully, by the way, and then decided to, I'm gonna commit myself to focusing on building. You've done a super job. That's a beautiful house out there, John. Thank you so much for calling in today and for letting us host this seminar there too. We appreciate you, buddy.
Well, my pleasure. Look forward to seeing you on Thursday.
All right, man.
Thank you, John. Mm-hmm. All right, let's go straight back to our phone lines where, let's see, now we've got Gerald on the line. How you doing, Gerald?
I'm doing fine, sir. I've never heard your program before, but I'm a retired school teacher. I've been retired for about 28 years. I've got 2 pieces of property in Arizona, 40 acres parcels, one down in Tucson up in the mountains. I have no electricity, no water. We're 6 miles from that. I've got another piece, 40 acres. I can't get any of them sold. I'm in the horse business. I got a colt that's nominated, a appendix quarter horse colt that should be in the damn Ellery trials today if they don't get rained out. But I didn't have the money to put him on the track. I'm horse broke, and I'm land broke. I'm not poor. It's just I can't get anything going. And I'm just wondering if you know anybody out in Tucson or can hook me up with someone that I've got these properties all paid for. They're beautiful. One's at over 6,000 foot elevation in northeastern Arizona, just 27 miles south of Sanders.
Gerald,
I-40.
Gerald, let me just recommend this. I don't really know anybody in Tucson, but just a suggestion. There are some third-party websites out there that you can market on at no charge. For example, one is Zillow.com.
What is it called?
Zillow, ZILLOW.com. That's a very common area where people all over the country, that's a site that people all over the country might check. And another one is Trulia.com, and that's TRULIA.com. So,
okay, what was that first one again? Could you spell that one for me, please?
Zillow, ZILLOW.
O-W. Zillow, V-I-L-L-O-W.
No, Z is in zebra.
Oh, Z.
ZILLOW. That's it.
Okay, well, thank you very, very much. I appreciate that. And I got a place down here that if I have to move, because my nominated horse, he can run in Texas, Oklahoma, he can run in Phoenix, he can run in California, but there's nothing here in this state. He's nominated for $20,000 to $50,000 to $100,000 added races.
All right, well, good luck to you.
Have a good day, buddy. All righty. Well, we get questions for all kind of stuff in here, and that's what we're here for. If you have any questions, give us a call. The number's 978-9862. Again, 978-9862. But Andy, this seminar you're doing, you've titled it "Inspect the Home Inspector," and there's a lot of different things that agents need to be aware of.
So important. One of the things that that I have found over the years in litigating these cases is that oftentimes the agents, the buyers, are for the most part uninvolved in the home inspection process. And I've had some agents tell me, you know what, Andy, I don't want to be involved in the home inspection process because then I'm going to step into liability. Guess what? You are already in liability.
Thank you very much.
So the question is, you're a fiduciary. So, to that extent, it's going to be you're gonna be involved in the realm of liability, maybe in a limited way anyway. But at the end of the day, it's so important to do what you can to manage that risk for your client, and in so doing, manage it for yourself. One of the things that Stevens Home Inspection offers, and they're going to be our home inspection participant in this deal. Gary Stevens, good friend of mine, and he's done a lot of home inspection work for me personally and also for my clients. He offers, and a lot of home inspection companies are going to this, Frankie. They have their E&O coverage actually has a rider on it that covers the referring agent. Isn't that wonderful?
Awesome.
I mean,
right.
To that extent, you've got a situation where, if you get brought into a lawsuit, like a lot of real estate agents do, even though there's no real liability, they're going to invite everybody to the party and see, who they can collect from. Okay, I know because I've been in that plaintiff's lawyer who's invited everybody.
And you
to the
got
party,
a lot of invitations. To
exactly, I've had a lot of parties, but at the end of the day, just having that, having the right inspector initially, okay, just on the insurance side, without doing any additional vetting of that inspector, all of a sudden it puts you in in the top tier from the standpoint of protecting yourself, protecting your client, making sure that you're managing that risk. And so it's wonderful. We're excited about having him there to share not only some of what he's doing in the industry, but also some of the disclosures. We're going to share some disclosures that we've prepared for agents to manage some of these risks. But it's just so important because home inspections, particularly in this market where you've got sellers that are oftentimes having to bring money to closing, properties that are in disrepair, sellers who are financially unable to make the repairs, the whole idea of due diligence and inspection has that much more heightened of a level of its significance, okay?
Yep. Well, we need to go ahead and take our last break of the day. I know we got a couple more phone callers, and I appreciate that. I ask you to please hold on. We'll be right back. You're listening to Success in Real Estate. I'm Frankie Griffin on FM News and Talk 100.1 WVOC. All right, welcome back to Success in Real Estate. I'm Frankie Griffin, broker in charge and real estate educator. Thank you so much for joining us today. We've got Andy Aun playing with the microphones over here in studio. Andy Aun.
You put a mic in front of me, it's karaoke night,
It's time.
I mean, it's time.
It's time. Well, we've only got about 3 or 4 minutes left, but if you have any questions for Andy, give us a call. The number is 978-9862. So, Andy, let's go straight back to our phone lines now, where we've got Ann. How you doing, Ann?
Hi, I'm
Hey, Ann.
and I hope y'all are doing well today.
Doing well. Hope you are.
I am well, thank you. My question is, when purchasing a home using a conventional loan, what is the percentage of the purchase price that is usually necessary to put down as a down payment? And also, what other out-of-pocket costs are usually incurred, not moving costs, of course, anything like that, but at the time of closing and the financing of the house?
I tell you, Ann, that's a great question, and that's going to vary. There is no one answer. It just depends on your situation and what's going on. But I tell you, I can tell you who can give you exact answers, and I'd be glad to give you her name and number if you'd like.
That would be if I was just looking for a ballpark figure.
Well, you're probably looking, if you put down 20%, you can avoid PMI or the private mortgage insurance.
That's what I was going to say. The conventionals that I've closed on, and you don't have a whole lot of conventionals out there these days because not a lot of people can qualify for conventional.
Yeah.
But it's usually 20% down or equity, combination of the two in the property. And then on closing costs, those are going to vary, and typically the closing costs are broken down by categories. You've got lender's fees that get you qualified for the loan, and then you've got in some cases PMI like mortgage insurance, but that usually doesn't apply with the conventional loans. But then you've got legal fees and title charges, and sometimes some service letter charges, things like HVAC letters and termite letters and things like that. So those can vary. But if you've got a real estate agent, they can prepare what's called a net buyer sheet for you. Okay, right. Which will give you an overview, an estimate of what the closing costs associated with that will be, and certainly if you're interested in talking in some more detail and specific numbers, I'm happy to talk with you. I'd love to help you. If you are purchasing a home or selling a home, I'd love to be involved in helping you with that. So you can give my office a call 744-0824, and I'm Andy Aun.
All right. Thank you very much.
Super.
All right, Ann. Have a great day.
Y'all do a wonderful job.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. All right. Well, Andy, we've got about a minute and a half left, but this seminar, again, next week or Thursday, it's going to be March 28th, and the address is 2819 Hayward Street, which is in Shandon.
Right in the heart of Shandon. And
beautiful area.
It's a beautiful area. I mean, when you say Shandon, you don't have to say anything else, and it's such a wonderful area down there. But this is such an important seminar. I cannot stress it enough to real estate professionals that are listening, to home buyers out there that are listening, that are considering whether to purchase a home, and they don't know whether they want to have a home inspection done, or they don't know if they want to get involved in the process of looking for a home inspector. This is a good seminar, and it's open to the public. Obviously, the general real estate community is the audience that usually comes because it is educational in nature, but we'd love to have you. We'll have plenty of food, plenty of drinks, and a lot of fun and fellowship, and hopefully get our hands around some of these issues. This is a high liability area for agents, for real estate companies, and for individuals involved in the process. I mean, not one week goes by that I don't get at least a phone call from either a client that I've closed a home for, or somebody who has heard about our law firm calling to inquire as to whether they have any recourse against the home inspection company. And a lot of times, sadly, I have to tell them that they have signed exculpatory clauses that limit their liability to 2 times what the home inspector would have charged for the home inspection. These are things that are problems. These are things that if you get the right lawyer involved, you can navigate around in some cases. But these are things that the best case scenario is to avoid those types of things, to get the right inspector and to get the right kind of process in place.
Well, go to our website if you're looking to attend this seminar, and I hope you are, because it's going to be a great one. I look forward to it. Go to our website, which is realestateschoolforsuccess.com. Click on the radio page, and there you'll find all the information about this seminar. His flyer will be there. Andy, I can't thank you enough.
All right, man. Thank you, Frankie.
All right. Thank y'all for listening, but you've been listening to Success in Real Estate. I'm Frankie Griffin on FM News and Talk 100.1 WVOC.